This podcast is not sponsored or supported by any business or organization. The views reflected on these podcast episodes are my own. Please be aware I am not a medical expert, travel agent, or any other kind of expert. Hey everyone, welcome to the Eat, Explore, Love podcast. I'm Ashley. This podcast is based off of my blog of the same name, Eat, Explore, Love. It talks about the unique challenges in traveling around the world when you have celiac disease. Due to sort of popular demand, I decided to also record a podcast to delve a little deeper into my travels and the lessons learned along the way. Hey everybody, welcome to Eat, Explore, Love the podcast. This week we're talking about my adventures to visiting Universal for the first time and the differences of do I like Universal or Disney better? Stay tuned to find out more on this episode. Hi everyone. As we approach the end of the year, we are also approaching the end of season 1 of Eat, Explore, Love the podcast. It's been a wild ride with lots of adventures to share. We are taking the first few months of the year to regroup and figure out our next steps, and the Eat, Explore, Love team would love to hear from you. We have a couple of ideas brewing, but we want to hear from our listeners to see if there's anything that would be helpful for you. We're looking for any type of feedback ranging from, should I look into getting a co-host? Would you like to be more of an active part of the podcast where I interview you guys about your favorite cities? Would you want to hear from more medical experts, travel experts, self-love experts? If you have any thoughts, we want to hear them at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. We at Eat, Explore, Love appreciate all of your support and kindness in listening over the past year. That's 130 episodes that you've sat through and listened to. I've been so lucky to not only be able to go on all the adventures I've been able to experience, but I've been so lucky to have all of you to share this with. Make sure to sign up for our newsletter and send us an email at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Now, back to the show. In Universal, I honestly didn't feel as many options for eating for gluten-free as I found at Disney World in the past. But if you're visiting Universal Studios, I went to Richter's Burger and their gluten-free buns were pretty good. Also, while I was in Orlando, I went to go eat in downtown Disney because I, of course, needed my Disney fix, and I went to Terralina. There weren't a lot of options, but I did have a caprese salad and it was pretty good. If you want to check out more options or even let me know about your experience in either Universal or Orlando itself, please reach out at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Okay, so things to do in Orlando. Of course, there's Disney World and Universal Studios. If you're trying to plan out your trip and figuring out what's the best way to do stuff, for Walt Disney World, you truly need a week, whereas for Universal, I felt like you needed maybe 2 days. So I didn't know that there were 2 different parks for Universal Studios, and I tried to make a gamble and picked one. I picked the one for like younger people where there weren't as many rides. So I wonder if I went to the other park, if I would have had a better experience with Universal, but I'll just have to go and do that next time. What I did love about Universal Studios is the amount of Dr. Seuss stuff around. I'm a huge Dr. Seuss fan, and I really liked having that experience while wandering around Universal Studios. And, of course, the Harry Potter world. But I didn't even get to go to the cool part of the Harry Potter world. I went to the one that's, made me nauseous from the projections that they had on the rides. Anyway, I would love to hear everybody else's opinions because I know that there's a strong battle between Walt Disney World versus Universal Studios, and adults usually love Universal, but see how I feel in the next segment. Okay, so on this podcast, it has to be a safe space, but I love Disney so much more than Universal, even as an adult. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have better memories associated with it and I feel like a little kid again. Maybe it's because the only time I've been to Universal, it's been alone. But when I went to Disneyland Paris and I was alone, I still felt like I had a lot more fun and it was a lot easier to navigate and understand what I was getting myself into. But also, it's just I didn't do much research. This trip to Orlando was super last minute for a work trip, and I squeezed this Universal situation in. So I don't know, that's my feeling. I grew up also as a huge Disney family, so it's hard to change my alliance to anywhere else. I can't wait to hear the debate and the messages that might come in from this and hear the opinions. Feel free to reach out at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. And if anybody has a way to do Universal better, please let me know. And I would love to be able to try it in a different scenario and different circumstances and with better just knowledge base, and then go try again and see if my opinion remains the same. I'm always open-minded. As always, time for the wrap-up questions. Do I feel the city is safe for those with celiac? Yes. My favorite place to eat? I'll go with Richter's Burger. Favorite memory from the experience? I like just wandering around and seeing all the Dr. Seuss stuff at Universal. Is the city to vacation to or live in? Based on my own personal stuff that I feel, vacation to. But I know that you can live there just fine. My mom lived not too far from all this stuff, and I think she enjoyed her upbringing there. Is this a place to relax or be active? Active. How are the people? Very kind. And that's it for this week talking about Orlando. Hopefully this is nice, short, and sweet, and really appreciate you guys always listening and being part of this community. Thank you so much, as always. Till next time. Thank you for joining me this week for all the fun journeys and lessons learned on my big adventure called life. For more information on the different cities discussed, check out the blog posts on hieatexplorelove.com, posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have any questions or fun stories to share, feel free to reach out at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Until next week, remember to eat well, explore the world, and love yourself. See you next time. This episode is produced, scripted, and edited by me, Ashley. Special thanks to Sarah Mientka.